Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Carolina Panthers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50.
While all the momentum is with the team on offense, how about the guys on defense having to make a quick adjustment now? Bad field position for them with the ball out near the 50. They've got to know that the offense could strike big right here.
180!
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, that's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. King. Got a man. That's Liggett. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw. King. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
180!
Gibbs straight ahead. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 44 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Quickly completed to the right flank. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call it. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way. And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Panthers, first down.
Panthers 60, Panthers 60.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To the left side, he's got McMillan. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and then you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Panthers, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 8 yards out. And the Panthers are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Listen.
Goff now looking to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line.
And the Lions, first down.
Go, Clyde!
27 on the play.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Detroit Lions, first down.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw. King. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Looking underneath and finding Hubbard. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. And Xavier Legette, 67 yards. And the Panthers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
He's got it to Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Goff. It's St. Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. Now it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. To the left. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw, Goff. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And they're on 27-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
King from the gun on 3rd down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it with the 15. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. King now throwing to start the drive. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. King. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Sheds off the tackle. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. Down the left sideline. He may go. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, 67 yards. And the Panthers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
Detroit Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Goff now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
Risk Flair. 76. Tell him. 76. 76. Hey, 76. 76. Orange, orange.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a hit and loose football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
180. Count. 5.
Now it's gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Hold on. Check.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Gibbs.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense...
Again, it's Gibbs.
And this time he is in.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete.
They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
6 yards. And the Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 30.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle.
Brings up
Second and 10.
At the Lions' 29-yard line.
Operating from the gun, King.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders...
4 yards, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
They'll find McMillan here.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Panthers 34.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away.
Here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. He's got this to Williams, complete. Still going inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jameson Williams
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
The Lions will set up for the 2.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone for 2 more as the lead moves up to 16.
Panthers 34.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
13 yards, first down, Panthers. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball. One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Will be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Gone.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They're throwing it so well throughout the game and trust.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Jahmyr Gibbs,
49 yards.
and the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23.
Panthers 34.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Okay, ready? Let's go. Ready?
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Back to throw. King.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
But how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Legette, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers get a bit closer. They'll look to throw. Now a run here off the up. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, 54 yards. And the Lions tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And it will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.